give us a second go with a fully charged battery today. I'm going to follow up my yesterday's beginning vlog about proper merging onto on-ramps, from on-ramps onto expressways and highways. And I think I just wanted to kind of review, what should be done and how it should be done. So I think too many people out there do not properly know how to merge onto highways and freeways. And I see it all the time, being the fact, riding my motorcycle, or obviously I see it more often in my company truck, because I'm on the road even more often, but I'm on the road a lot, period, so I see it a lot. So I just basically wanted to kind of give a rundown on how to do it for those who don't know how to do it, and just kind of like rehash what people already know and are already frustrated about. And basically, I think the issue comes down to, more than anything, it's just people being scared. I think really is what it comes down to. I think they're coming down an acceleration ramp or an on-ramp, and they're looking back behind them at the traffic coming, or to the left of the traffic they're merging into, and they see a lot of cars, and they kind of get panicked, and they just kind of start freezing up and don't know what to do. And I can see where that could be a problem for those who, are a little bit not really that, they're just really not either really good drivers, or they're just really not, comfortable with either driving altogether or whatever. But I just see it too often where people are getting on an on-ramp and they're getting up to like 30, maybe 40 tops. They're staying at that speed, then they see cars coming, and then they start braking, which is really the absolute worst thing you could possibly do on an on-ramp. So, and the reason why it's called an acceleration ramp is because you're supposed to be accelerating and gaining momentum and gaining speed to match the traffic speed that you're going to go into. I mean, really, you have plenty enough room to get up to either between 55, 60, even 65 without having to, really get on it that hard. I mean, you just have to get the vehicle moving, get it up to speed, and merge right in. You really need no room at all. I mean, it can be a highway completely full of traffic. As long as you have a space as big as your vehicle, you should have no problem getting onto that highway or freeway. None. But I see it too often, like I said, that people panic. They see all these cars coming, and then they start braking, which just creates a chain of events, because the car that's on the highway, which is probably at this point in time slightly behind this car, figures they're going to accelerate and get right in front of them. They hit the brakes, so then the person on the highway hits the brakes, and then the other car hits the brakes harder, and it ends up being that the highway traffic now slows down to 30 miles an hour for this car on the on-ramp to merge in, which there's obviously two things that fall there. The person on the highway shouldn't brake at all, or should not yield to the oncoming traffic from the on-ramp. And number two, that person on the on-ramp shouldn't be slowing down. They should be accelerating and merging right in and gaining and matching the speed of the traffic and flowing right in. Nobody even has to do anything. Nobody has to brake. It doesn't affect anybody on the highway, and you're good. So I'm hoping up here, I'm going to get on the highway here in a minute. I'm hoping I can see some examples here of people properly merging or not merging onto traffic. I'm hoping I get some bad examples and some good examples here down this stretch. But I don't know, for those who just started following me, I'm new to it. I'm just learning how to kind of upload stuff to YouTube. I mean, I use a Mac, so I'm trying to doing it through iPhoto and then through iMovie and then getting uploaded. But I haven't really mastered, how to filter stuff in and put all these. A lot of these guys out there have these great intros to the videos. I haven't really figured all that out. I will eventually figure it out, but for now, this is the best I can do. So hopefully it's all right. So, anyways. stuff out to show good and bad examples of merging onto traffic and bad examples of merging onto highways. Alright, here's a for instance up here. Let's see what happens here. Here's a perfect example of a car merging in entirely too slow, but which is now going to cause everybody to have to pull. Exact perfect example there of another car merging into a highway, not getting up to the proper speed, but yet there wasn't much traffic, so it didn't really affect anything there. But the car is clearly going too slow when he merged on, and I had plenty of on-ramp to get on. But as you can see now, he's up to, the merge has now gained enough speed to be up to everybody else's speed, which he should have been at before he got on. Alright, now we're coming up to one of my favorite type of on and off ramps, one where you're merging, where the deceleration ramp or the exit and the on ramp are now one. And I'm not going to get any cars here, but I have this happen here too much. See on the right side here, there's an on ramp and an off ramp at the same time. And I'm coming down here, I want to get off that exit, and I put my turn signal on behind the car who's trying to merge in hopes that they accelerate and come out in front of me, and that gives me my room to move into that on-off ramp and slide right in and not have to really worry about trying to hit the hooks. But too often those cars, I put my turn signal on and they freeze up. Instead of accelerating out in front of me, I'll decelerate behind them. I merge into the deceleration ramp, and they merge out into my lane, and we have no conflict. Too often they freeze up. I end up having to try to pass them as they're. It's always a miscommunication, or it's a very simple thing. If that car merging on in front of me would just accelerate out into my lane, and I would just decelerate into their lane, we have a perfect match. Everything goes well. But oh so often, too many times, cars slow down instead of accelerating yet again, and I can merge over behind them and slide right in and get off the ramp. They end up hitting the brakes, and it becomes, how am I trying to get in there, that little lane with them in it, and it's just a fight. Example up here. Now this is one of those tough examples because it's supposed to be a stop, which I think is the most ridiculous thing. So I'm merging over to help them get in because they're coming to a stop because they're legally told to, and then I have to try to get over, back over up here to get in. So a tough spot because it's construction here. So anyways, I didn't really have any very good examples of merging in and merging off there, but you get the idea. It's such a frustrating thing, especially with a tractor trailer such as I am with a heavy load on. You get a car that does get out in front of you, merges in, and they're doing like 40 miles an hour, and I have to decelerate a significant amount coming up to them. And what they don't understand is then they roll on the throttle as soon as I get behind them. They accelerate up, and now I'm stuck for another 3 miles trying to get back up to speed again, because my vehicle doesn't just get up to speed as fast as theirs gets up to speed. So for anybody of you cars out there that don't really understand what I'm saying, basically, look, you get on the on-ramp, just get it going, just get it. Just get it going. And everything would move a lot smoother if you would just get up to at least 60, 65, and you wouldn't affect the oncoming traffic on the highway, and you can merge in a lot easier. You just flow right in and keep on going. So anyways, that's basically a breakdown of merging and not merging onto a highway.